I've got nothing to say about fences. It was a shit topic to start with.
It was a bit.
There's a fence in front of us.
True.
It's a
Can
lovely.
you describe the fence?
It's green. It's green. It's green, like our planet really should be.
Oh.
But it's blue, and there's nothing we can do.
Controversial.
Controversial.
It's got a little bit of white stuff on.
Yeah, let's not speculate
Sorry.
about what the little bit of white stuff on the fence is. That person put their hand in it.
Wooden.
It's not
Which
the only
I think
thing.
is an important point to make about that.
I do, because its longevity is seriously hampered as a result.
It would have been far more effective if they'd made it metal. Especially
But
if
then it
they'd
would
made
rust.
from...
Galvanised.
But not all metals rust, do they? Couldn't they have made an aluminium fence? Like a gold fence?
Gold fence.
Gold
A
fence.
platinum fence.
Not very effective
Or they
at
could
being
have
a fence.
they could have made it out of gemstone.
The prime objective of a fence is to either keep stuff in it or keep stuff out of it. And
But if it's a golden fence, then it would be excellent because people would be drawn towards the fence. But why would you cross a golden fence when there's easily accessible gold? Say you put a golden fence around prisons, people would be attracted towards the fence.
True.
So,
and an advantage of gold fence is you could sort of have floodlights on the outside of it. So if people did get too close, you could sort of just shine lights on it, and it would blind them.
Also, you could hook it up to a car battery, and
Ready-made electric fence.
my god, this is a really
Great
wobbly
conductor.
fence.
it's also a wobbly fence according to that person.
Wobbly fence. Wobbly is an odd word, don't you think?
I think it is. And it's also a rubbish connector. do you know what? And another one.
Smooth transition there.
We're sort of leaning away from snappy. Do you know what another smooth transition is?
What?
Let's talk about androgynous fish.
I love androgynous fish.
Now-
Just give me a brief lowdown on androgynous fish to get our viewers up.
Well, essentially, and I'll fill you in case you don't know this, Dominic.
I know, but I've got viewers at home, man.
You don't have the posture of a man who knows. An androgynous fish is any fish. We've gone 2 minutes. An androgynous fish is any fish which can live in both fresh and salt water, like salmon.
This is the thing that you tried to use in Scrabble and you just lied about.
What?
No. I was making up.
Edward?
Hello.
What are you doing? What are you timing?
We're just timing. We're timing the erosion on that small rock over there. Don't do that. It's a bit daft, isn't it? Anyway, yeah. So I was watching salmon fishing in the Yemen the other day. And
that was on TV.
Did you see it?
No.
Because she was really disappointed when her boyfriend was alive.
Oh.
She was like, "Damn, I hope you blew up in Afghan."
Oh,
Which, by the way, we're totally against the war in Afghan, but you brave people.
Also, please know that there's spoilers for salmon fishing in the Yemen in this podcast.
That they do end up fishing salmon. First of all in Scotland, which threw me.
Salmon are the fish that they jump up waterfalls, don't they?
They jump at waterfalls.
And then there's the bears who are like, I fancy myself a salmon, I'm going to go stand by the waterfall. But they have to stand there by the waterfall for like the whole year because
they must
only
get
go
so
at one
cold.
point. Yeah.
Think about it. If you were a bear and you were setting about like, I'm going to start evolving now, you wouldn't go for fur. You'd go for like wetsuit material.
Why hasn't what's the word? Animal. That's the one I was searching for. Developed a wetsuit-like material for its skin.
Frogs.
Frogs don't count.
What? Frogs are animals.
No.
Are we saying bears should be frogs?
Yes.
Bears should. Maybe if the
why
bears
do
caught the
bears-
frogs, they could wear it like a suit,
That's amazing. They could get out their little sewing needles,
which
and
I'm
then
sure
just-
they've got.
Yeah, obviously. They could
Herringbone
skin all
sewing
the-
needles.
They could. That's actually not a bad idea.
No, it's not.
No.
Maybe we should. Oi, bears! See those frogs over there? We've never liked them.
You could use those as skins for you.
For you could wear their
As
skins.
sort of second skin.
That'd be awful, actually. Think how hideous that would be. Sort of bears in wetsuits. And when they went to hide, imagine. You know how difficult wetsuits are to get on.
Yeah.
Imagine a 12-story grizzly bear. Ow! A 12-story grizzly bear trying to get a wetsuit on.
I can imagine 12 stories.
12 stories.
That's a pretty small grizzly bear, isn't it? I mean...
Well, the thing with the grizzly bears is, Dom, they're like deep-sea lobsters. They just keep growing until somebody's brave enough to put them down.
I'm sort of leaning away from Snappy.
I'm sort of leaning away from Snappy as well. Did you hear about the Berlin Wall?
You know what? I did.
It came down.
When was this? Was this in 19...
It was in the past.
Or something?
Do you know what I miss?
1989, that's what it was.
Do you know what I miss, in all seriousness, Dom?
Okay.
Colonial rule.
That's a very interesting point you've just made, David.
It was.
Please embellish.
Well, I was watching this programme called Roger of the Raj.
Of course you were.
Of course I was. There was this gentleman, and he lived in India. But he also basically lived in England. It was like England's in India. Now, India's a lovely place full of culture. But it's warm. So imagine if you could have England in India.
In India.
So you could have the problem.
Moving the country on top and just like placing it.
I'm suggesting mass immigration, Dominic.
But the problem is then we've got to like have new names for places.
Why?
But because we can't call them the Indian names because people won't be able to pronounce them.
No, but first of all, the Indians won't be able to pronounce them. But I'm suggesting mass immigration of the Indian peoples to our shores, so we can soak up what is essentially an excellent culture.
Yes.
Also, when we go on holiday there, we won't have a problem getting a taxi.
No, there's not going to be
Be
any
empty.
problems. That is a genius idea. Why has no one thought of this sooner?
I don't know, but if Farage, if you're listening,
this is...
we need to encourage mass immigration from India and all other Asian countries.
On a serious point, I think immigration is not a bad thing.
I think free border control and the excellent sort of movement of people between countries is really the future. I mean,
we now live in an international world.
And I think the movement of people should reflect this.
Yeah.
To do otherwise really is a backward step.
A British person isn't just someone who looks like a British person who was born in Britain. They're anyone who just decides they want to come and join in. Have a bit of fun.
I think that's exactly how it should be. The free movement of people is really not yet a right, is it?
No.
And that is basically one of the most fundamental human concepts.
It's just a bit of a spoil sport.
They
really.
are. They're rotters.
They should just let people do what they like.
They're like the kind of people who don't let you go fox hunting. I think I'm leaning away from Snappy.
You got the title wrong.
What?
Why did you do that?
Why did I do what?
Why did you do that?
What did I do?
Edward,
What?
tell the truth, please.
What?
Edward.
Dominic, interject.
Have you resumed?
Yeah, we're on like 7 minutes. What's the average length of these things? Like half hour?
Yeah.
We see how long we do, and that will set a precedent.
We can sit like musical interludes, like
Yeah.
halfway through.
Yeah. Look at the sky. Yeah. Obviously, you can't see this, but if I had to describe it in a word, it would be.
Illyrians.
Yeah. No, that's a word. Not when I used to sum up. I go for sigma if I was going to sum up the sky. Look, we've got some strato. We've got some blue.
Why are you recording a voice?
We've been rumbled.
we've been rumbled. I mean,
Edward, why did
move
you
to
do
the new
that?
scene.
what did I do? What?
Edward, you're not a true scout, are you?
No.
You're not a boy, Edward.
What would happen? Right. Okay. Right. This is a very serious point now. You know the Earth's magnetic field.
Yeah.
If you were to give a pigeon a headlock,
Yes.
so its head was on backwards,
Right.
would it try to fly backwards towards the north, or would it fly forwards towards the south?
I'm sort of thinking it would find the nearest animal sanctuary and get its neck checked out as soon as possible. Because I mean that's a
what do
serious
I do?
condition.
Hello, I'm a pigeon, don't you know?
That's how pigeons.
As you can see, well, only when they've had their neck twisted back. As you can see, my neck's been twisted in a headlock. Disgraceful. I'm a pigeon, I'm a citizen of the world! I got rights, you know? Untwist me this instant! I know you can! I'm covered by the health service! The NHS is a great thing! Formed by a Labour government, don't you know? I don't know if it was Gladstone, but it's a name I recognise. Was it Gladstone? Who cares?
I don't know.
I'm moving away from Snappy.
Traffic cones.
Traffic cones. You know, I was also spying that traffic cone and thinking, they can't see the traffic cone, so we'll look cool and hippie. But, you know, we've just looked at something obvious.
Oh.
What's it? Has there been a small incident next to that traffic cone?
Well, you'd hope so. Otherwise, there wouldn't be much point for
If
the
we
traffic
can,
cone,
if we can
would
spin
there?
this on for another 20 seconds, we've done around 10 minutes.
Okay.
So we're standing up now, and my knees hurt.
Good to know.
Good to know. We're running guttering.
Guttering.
Do you know guttering was actually invented for Crystal Palace by a
you
guy
told me
who
this,
designed
yes.
greenhouses? Yeah, I was impressed.
And-
And he, like, Babbage didn't believe it. He just said guttering. What's guttering? Sounds like some kind of digestive problem.
What?
Shall we round it up there for
Ooh,
today?
Okay.
That's about 10 minutes.
You know, I'm sort of leaning away from Snappy.
I'm leaning away from Snappy as well.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.